Let me explain something to you. What Baker, GX, Mayfield, Demarius, RT, Randall did to Hugh Jackson yesterday was just the icing on the cake. The bottom line is the players got tired of Hugh Jackson always saying there's no talent here. To a man, that's like calling you out saying you ain't good enough to play for me. They got tired of his whole shenanigans. And when you play football, you know when your head coach is a fucking joke. And I think they all realized this guy was a fucking joke. And they got tired of him. And they may have had a players' meeting, no one's ever knows this, and says, listen, we need a new change. And Todd Haley was no better. I'm sorry. I'm not defending Todd Haley at all. Todd Haley, to me, was a worse play call than Hugh Jackson, by far. By far. At least Hugh Jackson's play calling, he tried to do things, and Todd Haley gave Mayfield no chance. So, Hugh Jackson was just a cancer, and it was spreading rapidly. He already spread to the front office and Jimmy Haslam. And thank God John Dorsey came in there as chemo. And when he came in there, he took care of it. So here's the thing. We should have fired Hugh Jackson last year. This Browns team would be sitting at 9-2, 10-1 right now, talking the NFL, no doubt about it. When you have a head coach that doesn't even give your rookie quarterback a chance to start, it's just ridiculous. I think Mayfield holds some resentment because Mayfield knows, and he probably knew this the whole time, that he was better than Tyrod Taylor. Tyrod Taylor, you don't even hear about him no more. I'm going to agree he's a backup, but I mean, he's the worst quarterback in the league. No one even wants him. Quarterback's going down, then no one even inquired about him. So the bottom line is Hugh Jackson was throwing his players under the bus for 3 fucking years in Cleveland. It's about time Mayfield and Demarius Randall and the rest of the Browns said, you know what, fuck this clown. We don't need this motherfucker. Fuck him. We're going to embarrass him. We're going to take a shit on that field. We're going to wipe his nose in it. I don't feel bad for you. Oh, and then afterwards, when he got fired, Hugh Jackson went out there and just, oh my God, threw everybody under the bus on television? This Browns team and Mayfield, Baker, GX, Mayfield, and Demarius RT Randall had every right to rub Hugh Jackson's nose in the shit they took in Riverfront Stadium. So, I don't feel bad for Hugh Jackson. Hugh Jackson is the worst head coach ever. I hope he goes to the Bengals. I hope they hire him. If I was Mike Brown, I think I'd look at what happened yesterday. I think I'd look and say, you know what? This guy's a cancer. I mean, he can be maybe a special teams assistant, not a coach, but he's a cancer. And everything he touches from Oakland, he got run out of Oakland too, to Cleveland. The only reason he lasted so long in Cleveland because Jimmy Haslam and D. Haslam are fucking compassionate morons. They felt sorry. They felt contriteness for this fucking clown because he laid this story. And I was like, I ain't got enough players to win. I can't win with these guys. A good head coach can win with the worst roster in football, 2 or 3 games. But the Cleveland Browns roster wasn't as bad as Hugh Jackson said it was. And the players got tired of hearing that. So that's why the cold reception was. People say, oh, that's wrong what they did to Hugh. No. Hugh threw everybody in the organization under the fucking bus. Didn't give Mayfield a shot. The players, when you play football and you're on a team, you know when your head coach is a buffoon. The Browns recognize that. The players recognize that. And there's some pure hatred for this clown. And I knew it. I was watching what do you call Hard Knocks? And there's a scene when there's many scenes when Hugh Jackson looked like a jackass, but there's a scene when Demarius Randall and Denzel Ward were sitting there and they were looking at Hugh Jackson and they were just looking at him like he was a clown. And you could just see it right there. They didn't respect this guy. Demarius Randall, when he came to Cleveland, he probably said, this guy's a fucking joke. So Hugh, good riddance. I believe your football career is going to be a very short coaching career. I think the rest of the league now sees what a cancer you are. The team that you left gets exponentially. I'm starting to sound like that fucking fat-faced slob. I can't pronounce a word. Exponentially better, and the team that you went to gets worse. So it's no coincidence. Hugh Jackson is a cancer. He ravaged that Cleveland Browns team long enough. Now he's in Cincinnati, spreading his horrible disease, and I think Mike Brown will be smart enough to realize it. So, Hugh Jackson, I don't feel bad one bit for you. You were a fucking clown. Baker, GX, Mayfield's a fucking biblical beast. Demarius RT Randall's a biblical beast. I love old school mentality. This is how football was played in the 70s and 80s. You hated your opponent. And that's what Baker, GX, Mayfield, and Demarius RT Randall brought to the game. So, I thank you guys for being true fucking beasts of the game. Like me.